There is a project in which several BDV members are involved. I'm one of them as well. The project is about election observation. The name of the project is WABEO. You can find the link in the description of this video. Unfortunately, most of those involved are not libertarians. That's why you'll find on the website a lot of things that from our perspective don't make sense, such as strengthening democracy and similar stuff. Of course, that's not why we're involved there. We wouldn't want to save democracy, that is, the dictatorship of the majority, even if we had it. But we don't have it. What we have is a dictatorship of the minority with a tendency toward tyranny. You're probably wondering now, dictatorship, tyranny, what's the difference? Both are bad. Yes, of course, both are bad. It is only within the structure of a dictatorship that you are punished if you openly express a personal opinion that has not been officially sanctioned or approved by the state. For example, in such a system, if you were to call a fool, you would be forced to pay a significant monetary fine for your words. In a brutal and oppressive tyranny, on the very other hand, you will find yourself quickly arrested and imprisoned if you do not explicitly express the exact desired opinion of the state. Or if you don't pay homage to the tyrant quickly enough, swear loyalty, or not eagerly enough, not convincingly enough. It's like musical chairs. You know this game, there's always someone left out. It's the same here. Someone has to be arrested because this repressive apparatus exists. And the individual who happens to be the very last to run is quite simply considered to be the least loyal of them all. That person is therefore deemed to be guilty and has to suffer the consequences and pay the full price for it. By the way, this existed in the GDR. It happened like this. People were arrested because they were the first to stop clapping at a party congress. After a speech by someone there. Maybe that happened in the GDR too, I don't know. So another absurdity that however, I'm not sure now if this was on the website, is protecting the votes of the electorate. So essentially, democracy was originally designed specifically so that the clear majority always decides. A single vote counts but is meaningless. The individual must submit to the majority decision, that is, the opinion of the majority. So if you want to protect the individual and their opinion, then you won't choose democracy, but rather, so not voting with your hand, but with your feet and your wallet. Voting with your feet means subsidiarity. So every federal state, every country, every small municipality has its own laws. And if you don't agree with one, then you change your place of residence, you move to the neighboring municipality. Voting with your wallet means a free market or capitalism. Those are synonyms. If, for example, we had democratically decided which specific cars should be built, then we would likely all be driving something similar to a Trabant. But the somewhat free market has consistently given us luxury brands like Mercedes, BMW, and Audi, along with hundreds of other global manufacturers and thousands, yes, literally thousands, of different vehicle models to choose from. If we truly lived in a society with a completely free market, there would undoubtedly be many more cars available, including significantly better and much cheaper ones for every consumer. So why exactly do we engage in this endeavor? We ultimately do it for the possibility of a real chance. It's not certain whether we will be able to take advantage of that chance. But having a chance is better than having none at all. You probably already know the famous Murphy's Law. If something can possibly go wrong, it most certainly will go wrong. Election manipulation can happen because there is no independent oversight body separate from the state. I mean, nationwide, we don't know if it has already happened. We can't prove it. There is suspicion but no evidence. And that's why we need WABEO, nationwide election observation. First and foremost, of course, this project will benefit the AfD. They will profit from it. But the AfD is not a solution, otherwise we would all be with the AfD. They're just socialists too, just different socialists. The Alternative for Germany Party will work to slow down the current process of decline. That means they will buy us some time, and the AfD brings its own nomenclature with it. That means a change of power. And a change of power brings new opportunities. At first, those in power are not strong enough. And that's when civil society can fight for a bit of freedom for itself. Possibly, as I said, this is a chance and opportunity. Whether we will take advantage of it is another question. Another question. But after a few years, this window of opportunity will close because then the next elections will come. The FDP will want to stay in power again, so they will once again use the established political mechanisms and strategies that the traditional political parties use. And in doing so, the HD will inevitably transform into just another one of those old parties. So it's about the window of time in between. And I think we should take advantage of every opportunity that presents itself to us. You must actively fight for your freedom every day as long as you still possess the power to do so. Once you've arrived in tyranny, it will already be too late. Everything that we are doing right now will be impossible to successfully accomplish over there. The next generations to come, our children and our grandchildren, will inevitably have to fight for their basic freedom with much blood and sacrifice. This is the very same freedom that we are now simply giving up or slowly losing through our own inaction. So I strongly suggest fully utilizing the features of WABEO. Victory of reason.